What if you could slash the time it takes to master any complex skill by 70%? Welcome back to RobTech 2045. With AI evolving at lightning speed, learning slowly is your biggest liability. Hi, my name is Arya. Today, I'm giving you the exact 5-step AI-powered framework to hack your learning curve and get 20 hours of your life back. Do you ever feel like you're just drowning in a sea of courses and articles and books? I mean, there's always something new you have to learn, but there's just never enough time. But what if I told you there's a systematic way to learn anything? Not just a little bit faster, but dramatically faster. Well, that is the core promise of the framework we're going to break down today. It's a system literally designed to slash your learning time, helping you get from zero to competent on a brand new skill in like record time. Yeah, we're talking about a reduction of 60 to 70%. Seriously. Just imagine taking a project that would normally take you, say, 30 hours and finishing it in just 10. That is the kind of potential we are unlocking here. So, okay, let's dive in and see how it actually works. All right, so the key to this whole system is a really simple but super powerful analogy. I want you to think of learning any new subject as just assembling a jigsaw puzzle. When you think of it that way, it suddenly feels a lot less intimidating, right? And way more structured. And look, this isn't just some clever saying. It's actually a foundation for a repeatable 5-step framework that's designed to guide you from, that jumble of information all the way to a complete picture of understanding. So let's get into it. Let's break down that puzzle into its 5 essential steps. Okay, so it all starts with a clear goal. From there, you move into research and then priming your brain for all that new information. After that, you build up your comprehension. And finally, you put it all to work with implementation. Let's break down each one of those pieces, shall we? First up, you need a goal. Think of this as choosing which puzzle box you're going to buy. A super vague goal like, I want to learn AI, well, that's pretty much useless. But a specific goal like, I want to build an AI app that summarizes articles for me, now that gives you a clear picture on the box to work towards. Okay, next up is research. I mean, can you imagine opening your puzzle box only to find out that half the pieces are missing? That's what learning feels like a lot of the time, right? So this step is all about gathering all the pieces you're going to need. The right courses, the best articles, those key videos before you even try to start. Now, step 3 is priming. And trust me, this one is a total game changer. This is basically like sorting your puzzle pieces. Finding all the corner and edge pieces first. You're not trying to understand everything just yet. All you're doing is giving your brain a high-level map of the territory. So skim the material, glance at the headings, and yeah, even try the quizzes before you actually know the answers. Doing just this one thing can boost your attention by 10 to 20%. It's huge. All right, now we get to comprehension. This is where you actually start putting the puzzle together, but you do it in patches. The key here is instead of getting stuck on one tiny, super difficult detail, you work layer by layer. You get a rough overview of everything first, and then you go back and dive deeper into each concept. This way, you avoid that awful frustration of just hitting a wall. And finally, we have implementation. This is the moment you connect all those little patches together to see the final picture. See, you're not just learning anymore, you're doing. You're taking everything you've learned and applying it directly to that specific goal you set way back in step 1. Whether that's writing the code, creating the financial plan, or building out that presentation. So where does all your time actually go in this process? Well, as you can see, comprehension is the biggest slice of the pie here, taking up almost half of your total effort. Now, what that really means is it's also our biggest opportunity for optimization. And as we're about to see, this is exactly where new tools can make an absolutely massive difference. Okay, so now let's talk about supercharging this whole process. If that 5-step framework we just walked through is the engine, I want you to think of AI as the turbocharger. So let's see how it plugs right into our system and just dramatically accelerates everything. Basically, AI can help in 3 of the most time-consuming stages. For research, you've got tools like Perplexity that can find you the absolute best resources in minutes, not hours. For comprehension, that big chunk of time we talked about, you can use something like NotebookLM to summarize really dense text or even convert it into a format you prefer, like an audio file you can listen to. And then for implementation, tools like ChatGPT or Claude are perfect for helping you draft that report or, write the code for that app. And this chart right here, it just perfectly illustrates the impact. So let's say a project would normally take you 30 hours using just the framework on its own. Well, by layering in these AI tools, you can slice that time all the way down to just 10 hours. That's a 2/3 reduction. I mean, that gives you 20 hours of your life back. It's incredible. But listen, the framework and the tools, they're only part of the story. To truly master learning, we need to adopt 2 final pro tips. These are powerful habits that really work on a much deeper level. Okay, so the first one is to prioritize energy management over time management. And the second one is a cool concept called interleaving. That just means instead of cramming one subject for hours on end, you switch between different topics. It's like cross-training for your brain, and it keeps you engaged and really improves long-term memory. But let's zoom in on that first tip because it's a really fundamental shift in how you think about scheduling. So here's the crucial shift in thinking. Time management asks, when do I have free time? But energy management asks, when do I have peak mental energy? The point is, don't just try to cram your learning into those leftover pockets of time when you're already exhausted. Instead, figure out when your brain is at its sharpest. Maybe that's first thing in the morning for you. And protect that time for your most demanding learning tasks. It makes all the difference. So there you have it. You've got the complete system right in your hands now. The puzzle framework, supercharged with AI, and then enhanced with these pro-level habits. The only real question left is, what's the first skill you're going to go out and master?
AI isn't just doing the work for us anymore. It's completely rewiring how fast we can learn. So what is the very first skill you're going to speed run using this framework? Drop it in the comments. Hit like and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve, and I'll see you next time as we push these AI limits even further.